Line gets set, first down. Looking for room, it's Tuafili. Open space at the 25. Oh, look out, there he goes. Past the 30. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Florida State. And once he got loose, it was all over.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
And now they'll empty the backfield for the two-point try. Dropping back, it's Glenn. He's got it in the end zone for the two-point conversion and an 8-0 lead. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. They're lining up to boot it away. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got to burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Finds his man. It's Edwards. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Third and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here, just don't take a negative play. Grab near the sticks. It's Edwards. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm. What better way than converting on third down? Awesome job by the quarterback getting first position.
The Wildcats headed quickly to the line. He wants to throw it again. Catch in the middle. It's Brown. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas State.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Johnson looking to throw. Gets it out quickly. He will be stopped short. The two-point conversion attempt is no good, and their bid to tie also goes by the boards. They're still down 2. Fielded in the end zone, it's Williams. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. They'll run play action. Heaves it deep. What a snag by the defense. Got room on the return. Bust through behind his pad. Inside the 30. The 10. Got an interception return. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, man.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone, and you're stopped at the 8. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. They'll leave it with him. At the 45 on his way. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. And the Seminoles will hustle to the line.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. The Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. Running back searching for a hole. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Seminoles.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
Back to pass, it's Glenn. He makes his way into the end zone, and they've got a 2-point lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was capped off with an impressive 16-yard run for the score. They already have the lead, and they're trying to build it here in the first quarter with an onside kick.
Man, these coaches talked about being aggressive, and they were. First quarter, you're going with the onside already. I would say it's a little bit careless, a little bit reckless. Onside kicks are not high percentage, but they went for it, they failed, and now let's see how they respond.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. Makes the catch. It's Giddens. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
They make the stop, and that's how the first quarter will end.
That's the end of the first quarter. Florida State 16,
First down to start the drive after the break. He's looking to throw it. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
When you get in the red zone, you can see as a defense, you get into your drops really quickly and you get your eyes on the quarterback. And you try to read his eyes and break on the football. It's such tight windows to throw in. Great job by the defender breaking on the ball, creating the interception.
Looking to move it through the air. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Hand off from the shotgun. Now they've got breathing room. Got 6 all the way out to the 20. A third and short coming from their own 20-yard line. Out of the gun, the inside give. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
And it's just got to be nice to have a running back that can make big-time plays with his feet. First down, second down, third down right here. His opportunity, he gets the football, makes a huge gain. He makes this offense go, and it makes it so easy to be a play caller.
Got room at the 35. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. And the Noles come to the line in the hurry-up. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys win their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Now on second and goal. Motion from the offense. Try to barge their way in. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. They'll come to the line just 1 yard shy of the goal line on third down. Trying to pound it in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Noles!
The identity of this offense is their ability to run the football. They're doing that in this game. That's now 3 rushing touchdowns on the day.
Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up. To throw, it's Glenn. Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead.
Gotta love the execution. Not easy to throw down here, but the quarterback made a good read, accurate throw, and they come away with 2 points.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops, Palmer, and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
It's first and 10 from the 38-yard line.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. Caught in the backfield, it's Edwards. Oh, it's loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
You've got to have better ball security on offense. The football possession, that is priceless. Losing possession, turning the ball over, that kills you in games, that loses games, and that is a bad, bad play at a bad time.
They'll run it from the gun. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. And the Seminoles want to move quickly. The Noles injecting some attitude, throwing the spear down and declaring they're going to run the football.
Run the football, be aggressive. This is the part of the offense that, remember, it was a long time Florida State offensive line play wasn't good enough. They got to get that physicality, that run game, if they want to be a great program again.
Trying to get to it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
The throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Tuafili. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. The Noles will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Glenn. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
It's complete. He gets it in. Touchdown, Florida State. So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
And no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently. Does a great job running this route. Great result because of it.
Well, head coach obviously decided it was best to go for 2 points right there. They didn't get it, and you just wonder if chasing the points is going to hurt this team later in the game.
Coming out with it, it's Edwards. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of...
All kinds of running room. He's inside the 40. Past the 20. The 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Kansas State.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Flushed out of the pocket. The pressure gets to him. Quarterback is sacked, and the two-point attempt is denied, and the lead stays right where it is. Still just a two-possession game. A lot of time to go as they try for the onside kick here. They got it. Able to recover the onside kick, and they get the offense right back out there. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a one-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Johnson wants to throw it. Quick strike complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards.
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats!
Well, when you call the wheel route, you need to have the right matchup, and that time they did. It was the linebacker on the running back, one-on-one. He uses his speed, beat him to the outside, and that's about as easy as it can get.
They'll line up to go for 2. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. I don't know what this says about trusting your defense, but they're going for an early onside kick down 1 possession. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. The Seminoles want to crank the tempo. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. They go to the draw. Just ran him over. Only able to pick up a yard before he stopped, and now it's 4th and 3. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. They'll pass on the 50-yard field goal try and instead try to pick up the first down here on 4th. Makes the grab well past the sticks. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. The Seminoles will snap it on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Defense were always trying to get some tips. You know, break on the football, get a tip, get it up in the air. Nice job by the player breaking the football and forcing the incompletion.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Here's the handoff. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Now facing a 3rd and long. Off the play fake. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds. Just enough time for one final play in this half. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Getting some heat. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Lofts one deep down the right side. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. And that'll bring us to the end of the first half as we head to the studio for halftime. And the Seminoles will kick it away to start the second half. Here's the return from inside his 10. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Kansas State pushing the pace. Johnson looking to throw. It's complete to the right. Still on his feet at the 45. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
Well, this defense has tried to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up to try to confuse the QB. It's not working there. With that last completion, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
That's reeled in. It's Giddens.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Finds his target down the middle. Across the 25, he's got room. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. They're going to throw it again. He's got it. Stumbled to the ground. Now 2nd and goal and right in the teeth of this noise. He's looking to throw. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. They've gotten pushed back, but it's still 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it! Touchdown, Kansas State! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
Stopped at the 1-yard line, mere steps away from taking it to the house. Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the onside kick and take possession right back. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Got it behind the line. It's Giddens. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Caught behind the line. It's Giddens. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Game gives him a 1st down. He's going to pass. They're working that left side. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football. Let him make plays.
Got enough space. Touchdown, Wildcats. That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
Johnson wants to throw it. And he makes the grab, but can't get the foot down in the field of play. Almost had 6 there. After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
And everybody's got different philosophies. Some people kick onside every single time. You go for the big play, try to create some momentum for your team, but they failed. A nice job covering the kick, seeing the football off the kicker's foot, securing it, getting on the ground, and making sure your offense retains the football.
The Seminoles want to pick up the tempo.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Looking deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the third quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Looking for more room.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Caught in the backfield. It's Giddens. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was...
Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting some more hits on this guy.
Unloaded just as he throws. It's incomplete, and they stop him on fourth down. First down here for the offense. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Just missed his man. Gave him just a little too much. Now second and 10.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. A third and long coming up here. Back to pass, it's Glenn. Going over the top. Another incompletion on third down. 3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Going for the big play. Finds his man, and they convert. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. How about that one? 4th and forever, and he just turned one loose and fired it for the first down.
Man, does that sting defensively. You get him in the perfect situation. You know they're going to pass the football. You play the ball deep, and you give up a deep pass. That is a back-breaking play.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. A shot toward the end zone. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover one. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They'll throw it on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Giddens. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter. Kansas State 38, Florida State 30.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Johnson looking to throw. He makes the connection.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Makes the catch. He's got enough. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down.
You know, you always talk about risk-reward. Gambling and going for it with the lead on 4th down right there and getting it, the reward could be winning the game. That was an unbelievable play. And how about this coaching staff putting their faith in their players to come up with the execution and make it happen?
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. You don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong. And sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
Got it set up on the outside. Really good pickup on 2nd down there. Leaves them with 3rd and 2.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
I think in this situation after that incompletion, 4th and short on your side of the field, the smart play is to punt it away and trust your defense.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the 1st down. They get him on the ground, but it's a 1st down.
That was such a risky call. With the lead late in the game, to go for it on 4th down, that could have been disaster if they don't get it. But with the conversion, now the question, is that enough to ice this thing and win the game?
Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll throw it on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find your rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the field.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Tried to catch them napping, fake spike, and now he'll throw it. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. Got some room to run. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Going to take a shot. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
And the defense is playing with a sense of urgency right now. Obviously, they're playing with the lead. They know this offense needs to find a way to generate points, expecting a shot on that last play, so nice job in coverage.
Dropping back, it's Glenn. Looking down the middle. He's got it. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain. And the Noles racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
To the air on 1st down. He'll throw it. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. After the misfire now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back.
This quarterback is really struggling in this game with decisions and also accuracy. He's already being picked off multiple times, and that time that was a bad underthrow. He's lucky that one wasn't picked up.
He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion.
And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
It's 4th down now, and this likely the final snap before the 2-minute warning. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. So that defense keeps the lead right where it is and a chance to build on it, David.
Yeah, the defense did a great job. Now, the offense, you know what you're going to get from this defense. They have to be aggressive. They're trying to get the football back later in the game, Jesse.
Because they're going to be so aggressive too, David. You know, on offense now, you have a chance to break one maybe. In the run game, we're finding a one-on-one matchup in the passing game to really pad the lead.
He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6.
Yeah, and I'm not surprised. I mean, you put the ball in your best player's hands. Like, late in the game, you've got to trust your guy. I'm interested to see what they do here on 3rd down coming up. Let's call it 3rd and interesting, right? Top clock ticking down. Do I trust my QB to throw the football? I got the lead. I want that clock to continue to...
And he makes the catch inside the 10. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. Trying to pound it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Kansas State.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
They're bringing heat. He's got it. 2-point try is good as they build on this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
He'll start this drive firing. On the move and looking deep. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. Going the other way, and he's got room. And after the interception, the nifty return gets it back inside the 45-yard line.
And you know what? You kind of deserve that. Late in the game where you could run the clock out, still throwing the football all over the yard. Now this game, it's a long shot. So you gave him a little bit of hope.
This quarterback has to stay calm, cool, and collected and drive his team down for a score late in the 4th. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Now the play fake. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Right down the middle. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. 4th quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, Doug. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Johnson wants to throw it. Coming after him. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. You got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the fourth quarter.
And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. I know the situation looks bleak, but have we nothing if we don't have... He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. Taking it the other way. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense.
Yeah, this is almost icing meat cake, right? Like late in the fourth quarter, you're up by 2 scores. Exactly what you want to do. Get a stop. Now you force a turnover, get your offense back on the field, and now you want to do this. Tick, tick, tick.
Deep shot for the end zone. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day.
You know, could that be the play that changes the momentum now in this game? Remember, they're down, and it seems like the opponent's got this game in hand, but because of that interception, could that be the play?
Fake the spike, and he wants to throw. Last pass falls incomplete, and that's going to do it. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, you know, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get just kind of one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome, everyone, to the house that Rodney built. Notre Dame Stadium, underneath the watchful eye of Touchdown Jesus, the home of the Fighting Irish. Today, a top 25 matchup on hand, two of college football's premier teams preparing to square off. As we'll see the number 21 team in the country, the SMU Mustangs, taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. That's some way to start this game. They're lining up for an onside kick. They'd hoped to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Well, I give them... for having guts. You normally don't see onside kicks until the very end of the game. Here we are in the first quarter, and they tried one, but it didn't work. So their defense now has to come out here and bail them out.
First down here for the offense. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, running back on the move. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. To the air, it's Leonard. Throws to the wideout. Snags it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And that touchdown just got this whole place going, didn't it? You got everybody doing the Irish jig. Touchdown, Jesus is happy. You got the leprechaun, he's dancing. The energy in this place right now is on another level after that score. No wonder this is such a tough place to come in and try to get a win on the road.
Play the analytics here, and you go for 2. Looking to throw. Into the end zone for the 2, and they push that lead out to 8. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with a scoring toss from the 33. You don't see this very often, an early onside kick when you have the lead. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big gain. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box.
Got some room headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, SMU.
Number 1 in the end zone.
They opt to go for 2 to try to tie it up right now. The option look. Now the pitch. He's got a nose for that goal line. First he scored the touchdown. Now he makes his way in for the 2-point conversion. We're all tied up, and they'll try to get it right back. They're going for an onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Here come the Irish back on offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that.
And it's sucked out. The D scoops it up, and everybody reverses field. Finds a little space. And what a big play here, and the return takes it back inside the 25.
And, man, that's frustrating as a coach because you get him outside the pocket. Well, he gets himself outside the pocket, scrambling around, making something happen. Defense is kind of on their heels, make a positive play, and then he just doesn't protect it at the end of the run. Listen, I don't want my quarterbacks, unless it's game time, go situations, to take those kind of hits, and that's exactly that.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Caught over the middle. It's Bailey. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Just nowhere to go against his defense to find that single yard he needed on third down.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
He's got him, and they convert. And the Mustangs get it past the sticks.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now a fresh set of downs.
The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. The Mustangs will have it 1st and 10. Looking to pass. It's Jennings. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch. And he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. And the Mustangs in the hurry up. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Mustangs.
It's a phenomenal effort on 3rd down by the QB, but how about the blocking? When that play broke down, look at the receivers running routes. They all of a sudden turned around, and they went and got some blocks to help out their QB. You got to love it.
And they'll try to tack on 2. He'll set up to throw. Working that left side now. He's going to be stopped short of the goal line. The 2-point attempt is no good as they are unable to extend the lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. ball and ready to get moving. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intention. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's 3rd down. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
It's a little demoralizing, too, I think, if you're on defense, because it looked like you had him, right? It's 3rd down. Everybody's getting ready for a big sack. They're pinning their ears back, trying to get upfield. You just can't make the play. Quarterback's able to escape. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he did get nice yardage, so I'm curious to see what they do here on 4th.
And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
And first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
It's complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
And he intercepts it, bringing it back. The 50, the 40, the 30, running inside the 20. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Irish. How about this? A 2-point conversion coming. Scanning the field, it's Leonard. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Fielded in the end zone. It's Smith. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Takes the easy completion. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Unloads to the wideout. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
And I tell you what, I can justify when it's really short, but when it's 4th and medium on your side of the territory, man, that success rate continues to plummet down, and now they've just set this offense up in really good position.
Not much running room. He's got 1 down to the 12. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking for a man. It's Leonard. Starting to feel a little pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here.
Get set, get set.
They'll try to slam it in. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Notre Dame lines up quickly. Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. A quick strike, just as we expected.
And quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
He stopped short on the 2-point conversion attempt. They went right back to the well with the man who scored the touchdown, but he couldn't get it in for the 2. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. First down from the 42. The handoff to Johnson. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy, run the ball up the middle, physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, what they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the 4th quarter.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. They've already gone for it a couple of times on 4th down, converted once. Looks as if they'll try a 3rd. Fires to the middle. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
Hey, at this point of the game, 4th and short, no problem going for it. 4th and medium, I think it's too early to start taking some of these chances. I think you need to just let the game play out a little bit and trust your defense.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Open space at the 25. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Going to the ground. Fights his way ahead. They get him down after a pickup of 3. They'll mark it at the 12. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. From the gun, the running back has it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On the ground, it's Love. And they did not let him get to that 1st down line. It'll bring up a call here.
Coming up, 4th down.
The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. Try to get it on the ground. And that'll be enough to give Notre Dame a 1st down. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. With the run on 1st and goal. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And the defense tried to cheat a little space and get in that neutral zone, but it's still 1st and goal. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And they take it in for 6 more points.
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmaker, slip him out of the backfield, throw him the football. He'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
He's got the 2-point conversion, and they build on that lead. So they march the ball 41 yards on that drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And the returner will be dragged down. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Looking downfield, it's Jennings. Just a short pass to the tight end. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Lining up from the 34 on first down. He's looking to throw it. He slings it deep to the left. Intercepted. Takes it the other way. At the 30. He goes out of bounds at the 7-yard line, but what an opportunity after that pick. About the only good thing that happened for the offense on that play, at least it wasn't a pick six. What a return.
Yeah, that didn't look good for the offense. You know all those big fellas.
To the end zone, and it's picked off.
Well, the defense does an awesome job here with their backs against the wall in their own red zone, coming away with an INT early. That could be a big game-changing type play in this game.
The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
The offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, but they're able to score some points. You got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut it to a 1-score game, create that momentum.
Going for the big play. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds, and just on to the next down.
Another incompletion on third down.
Well, third and short, I think the offense was probably expecting blitz. That's why they dialed up the screen, but it did not fool the defense. Great job defending the screen, setting up fourth.
Well, the upside is you could get a first down. The downside is you could blow the game going for it inside your own 30. He's got it, and they convert. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. The Mustangs will line it up on 1st and 10. Back to the air one more time. The short hands, it's Bailey. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. And the Mustangs moving quickly to the line. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Daniels. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers.
Man, this quarterback is living dangerously right now. Obviously, he threw a pick on the last drive. He's trying to complete that throw, but the defender gets a hand on it, tips it up in the air. That's oh no. That is an oh no.
Pulls it in inside the 10. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. He caught it! And he will score! Touchdown, SMU!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Got his man on the right. He makes his way in for the 2, and now they trail by only 6.
Notre Dame, 28. SMU, 22.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. He'll bring it out. It's Price. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Here come the Irish back on offense. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. DBs will try to keep everything in front. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness. It was just too easy, and he didn't look it in. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Looking for a man. It's Leonard. He throws one to the left. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
After that huge play, they've now got it inside the 30. It's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. This offense tried to go right back to the well or right back to the air, and the defense was ready this time.
And a great response from the defense. You give up a big play, a huge chunk play that you didn't want to give up. Don't hang your head.
Touchdown, Fighting Irish! Reeled it in and just made the house call. Getting aggressive here and going for 2. From the gun. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Is no good. That keeps the score. Notre Dame, 34. SMU, 22.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Back to throw, it's Jennings. Defense was swarming around this quarterback, and he never had a chance to get it off. And down he goes, and we will head to halftime. So that'll do it here in the first half. Stay tuned. Halftime is coming. Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, SMU.
Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
They'll give it to Johnson. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24. This offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. To the ground with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Another fourth down try for this offense. They're 2 for 4 so far in this one. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Tosses it incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. At the 35, he's got room.
He's got such good awareness in the pocket. He does a good job of feeling the rush, and you know it's a pass, and you want to keep your eyes downfield, but he sees an opening, and if he sees an opening, he's got the ability to go get it and get a first down.
The Mustangs are moving quickly down the field. Back to throw, it's Jennings. He's moving out of the pocket. He chucks one out to the right. Flags flying as the pass is incomplete. Let's see what the call is. Remember, if your entire body is past the line of scrimmage when you throw the football, that's a penalty. He was, and the penalty will be accepted. From the gun, the give, looking for room. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
Listen, in these situations, it's so hard to push the ball down the field because the defense is playing pass. We bring in more DBs. We're dropping deeper in our coverage, and we're making you throw the ball underneath or run the football. Nice job by the running back. Listen, he got good yards. He didn't get the first down, but now he's in a situation where 3rd down becomes something where it's not predictable.
Unleashes one deep. And it's incomplete as he tried to thread that needle to the back corner of the end zone.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pack.
And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. They'll line up to go for 2. He wants to throw it. And the quarterback is sacked. Big play by the defense that is probably going to be wiped out by that penalty flag. I think they jumped offside. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, going up top. Fires to the middle. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
Nice job in coverage there. Offense trying to take a shot downfield. The defender able to tip that one up in the air and force it incomplete.
And they're going to try to convert on fourth down. 1 for 2 so far today. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Spits it out to the back. And they can't connect. A costly turnover on downs.
And sometimes the best defense is getting a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you can get it.
He'll take a deep shot here. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
Yeah, and I like the shot, the aggressive play down the field. We like throwing those jump balls up to my receiver because usually the receiver makes the play and makes the defender look bad. Nice job by the defender getting a hand on it, tipping that ball away from the wide receiver.
And back to the air on second down. Quarterback moving. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. To the air, it's Jennings. Pocket starts to collapse. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Dialing up a second down pass play. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. And the Mustangs are in the hurry-up. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And it's picked off for the third time today. Didn't get a chance to show off those running skills, but he gives him the ball at the 29-yard line. Look, that interception is not the quarterback's fault. It's those dumb coaches for putting him in the game.
Putting him in that position in the first place, right? I'll tell you what, let's give the defender some credit here. I think Reese, he just wanted the ball more. He did a great job in coverage, watching the QB, anticipating the receiver on his break. He went up, he plucked it.
Makes the grab. It's Evans. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll give it to the back. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Notre Dame 34, SMU 28.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Dropping back, it's Leonard. Feeling some heat. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, he has to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you've got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
Fires to the wideout. He's got a first down and maybe a lot more. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the
He is smashing people. Touchdown, Iron! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
He'll bring it out. It's Smith. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. The play-action fake. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be 3rd down.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception by this quarterback, and now you throw another one, in harm's way. You got to make sure you're throwing to the open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. We can't have any more turnovers.
He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Mustangs headed quickly to the line. On 4th down, trying to find his man. He lost it high and deep down the left side. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. On 1st and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Notre Dame! With that latest touchdown pass, might be a good time to mention Brady Quinn threw 6 touchdown passes against BYU. That record might be in jeopardy.
And that's a good day. If you're starting to talk about that already, he's spinning it. He's in the zone. He's feeling it, reading the defense, and everything coming out on target. He is having himself a day.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Smith. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants it.
Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Fighting Irish! And the route is on. Here comes the two-point try. Now on the move. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Smith. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Paul. Or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy look.
And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
The #1 objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Dragged down at the 6 after a pickup of 2. It's 3rd down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. They're trying to get to it. Hit as he throws. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably would quit. You'd probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the very end.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Moves around to clear up the vision. On the move is the 30. Off he goes. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown Mustangs. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
This quarterback is so good at creating. When plays break down, when things aren't perfect, he has the ability to buy time, use his athleticism, and torch a defense, and he did it right there with his legs.
No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. He'll get in there as they draw 2 points closer. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, good points on the board, just like that. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. Here come the Irish, back on offense. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David. Really, so much this coaching staff can be happy about.
Yeah, and now it's about stat padding, right? Like you could just put up more numbers. You know this game's pretty good. Don't turn it over, don't make a mistake. But this game is well in hand.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. Trying play action. Looking to the big tight end. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Irish! And the punishment has been extended.
Nice job on the route and catch by the tight end scoring that touchdown. And it doesn't matter what play this offense calls. All game long, everything has been working. This has been a masterclass in offensive productivity.
Looking to throw, it's Leonard. Throw into the end zone, it's picked off.
The attempt at the two-point conversion is no good. That keeps the score. Notre Dame.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
36.
Coming out with it, it's Smith. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13.
Take over. First and 10.
The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse,
They're going to get him for a safety, tried to make something out of nothing and still got stuck for the 2. They'll boot it away from their own 20 after taking the safety. He'll bring it back. It's Ford.
Return is brought down at the 28. And your Notre Dame Fighting Irish will take over. First and 10.
Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Looking for space. It's Love. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and them running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen, strip the football, do something.
Looking to throw, it's Leonard. He'll go down in a bit of an unusual way to bring this game to a close. Well, they say you win a few, you lose a few, and some get rained out. Would have been good for this team if this one had gotten rained out because they lost badly.
Yeah, not a lot to be too proud about in this one here. Good news is you get to go back to the drawing board. You get to go back, you get to have another week of practice as a coaching staff, try and find ways to get players in position to go out and make plays. Going to need a big locker room speech after this one, David.
Yeah, and you're going to watch this tape, and it's going to hurt because you're going to watch with the coaches, and you're going to see the mess-ups and all the things you could have done better, but you got to learn from it. You got to get better. You got to grow, and that's how that works.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome to Kidd Brewer Stadium, home to the Giant Killers, the Appalachian State Mountaineers. And Boone, North Carolina has really been excited for this matchup that we have in store. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Stanford Cardinals, taking on a team from the Sun Belt, the Appalachian State Mountaineers. 48 Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Mountaineers will put toe to leather and we'll get started. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Pulls it in, it's Ford. At the 35, he's open. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Off play action. Grab behind the line. It's Ford. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding leverage. I can't let that fast sucker get outside of me towards the sidelines. Nice job expanding with him and then going and making a tackle. One of the hardest things to do in football is tackle guys in the open field. Great job going and getting them on the ground.
How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him too? Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop. Catch in the middle, it's Ford. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run.
Great job by the running back on this play. It's a big 3rd down, and his ability to catch the ball, turn around, get north, make a guy miss, and go move the sticks. Awesome individual effort.
Buys a little time with his feet. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
Yeah, and how about the linebacker? You know, you ask him to do so much on the football field, to cover so much ground. You don't always ask him to go man-to-man, but when you do, the linebacker comes through, swats the ball to the ground.
Couldn't make the connection on 1st down. Now here on 2nd. Using his legs, it's Ford. Pulled down after a pickup of 5, but they knocked that defense back, and they've got it down to the 34.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Throws to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Io Manor. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
And I really like when offenses attack over the middle of the field. Between the linebackers and the safeties, there's usually a soft area that you can usually have.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cardinal.
Number 26 with the carry.
They want to see if they can score the deuce. To the air, it's Daniels. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Roberts. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. The offense set for a 1st down play. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Roberts. You can dance around and look for space, or you can throw the stiff arm at him. He gets it out to the 17.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game, but I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
The give to the back. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. The Mountaineers will hustle to the line. Right back to the well. At the 45 on his way. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line.
And that's back-to-back now. We've seen this running back get it done on their opening drive of the game. That last carry got the first down. So if I'm the offensive coordinator right now, I love the way my O-line's playing, and I love the way this guy's toting the rock. I'm going to give it to him again.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The give to the lone running back. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling him, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Back to throw, it's Aguilar. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. He's got it in the end zone! Touchdown, Appalachian State! Well, that score leaves you with a burning question. Who had that dude? Whoever it was wasn't close.
No, and the receiver was able to run right by him and get to the end zone and camp out and put up his tent and build the fire and fill up the coffee pot and just about everything else in time before the guy decided to even get remotely close to him.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Not the biggest return, but he sets him up inside the red zone at the 19. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Just steamrolling his way through. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. They move the tight end all over. Trying to bully their way in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Mountaineers! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Oh, he's going to go for the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into the run.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Pulls it in. It's 4. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. He wants to throw. Finds the tight end. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give him a first down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends, is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient most of the time, that drag route's going to come open.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel. But in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
To the air, it's Daniels. Fires to the big fella. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter.
The end of the first quarter. With the score, App State 14, Stanford 6.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. From the gun, the ground game. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
They'll run play action. Skips away from pressure. He'll let one go down the right side. And the incomplete pass, taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
Makes his connection. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on first down. Going for it all. And he's got it. Touchdown, Stanford.
One of the areas they really focused on for this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.